Good morning, everybody. It's me. Missy here, and I just wanted to start off by thanking all of you who have sent me wishes this morning, wishing me happy birthday. I've seen some of your messages on social media. When I first got up this morning, I looked at my phone and I was like, "Wow, already? I'm a lucky person. Thank you." And I haven't got a chance to read them all individually, but I'm working on it, and I hopefully will get to read them all today. I'm looking forward to it. And yes, it's my birthday. Yes, it is, and this is actually a milestone birthday, as many of you who know me in real life or know me on social media outlets know it is a milestone one. For the rest of you, I'm not going to tell you which birthday it is, but let's just say it is a milestone. So you're looking at my face and you're scratching your chin, you're thinking about it, and you think, oh, it's your 30th, right? Thank you. Anyway, I wanted to do a video this morning because I've been working in the garden all morning. I was out there when the sun came up. That's something I love to do first thing in the morning when I have an opportunity. So, and then I thought about working in my garden. And when you're like me and you work in the garden, you start off with one thing, and that leads to something else you need to do, and that leads to something else you need to do, and that leads to something else you need to do. And then I remembered my hydropod is disgusting. So I got up this morning, I get to get up this morning and work on my hydropod. I cleaned it out, stem to stern. I've got the little things you use to put the seeds in the compost pods soaking. So hopefully tomorrow morning I'll be planting. I haven't even decided what I'm going to plant yet, but I did have 2 basil plants that I want to go ahead. I moved them from the hydro to the soil. And I mean, I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. I'm just saying this is how I do it because I've been doing this for a while and I've met with some success in doing so. Some people are like, you should never plant in dirt. That's sometimes simply not practical. Or you shouldn't transplant from hydro to regular dirt. I've had some success. I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky. But anyhow, I have 2 plants here. These are both basils. Basils are great to grow on the hydropod because they just come right up. They're usually sprout within, depending on how long you leave your light on, they usually will sprout in a matter of a couple of days, a week tops. So it really makes sense. And because they tend to grow pretty tall, you need to start supporting them. Otherwise, they won't come out so well. So I have here some of these little things. I'm going from that to this size. I'm thinking by the time the roots expand to the point where this is not enough, I'm going to probably have a basil tree out there. It's my experience. So that said, I'm just going to try it at that and see how it goes. Because the thing is, if you're new to gardening, the roots are everything. Everything above the top, everything above the soil is a manifestation of what's going on underneath. I'm going to go ahead and dump some of this soil in here because I just want to be able to drop it there. I probably should add some water. You're probably wondering why I'm not wearing my gloves. And there is a reason for that. I use gloves, obviously, for the hard stuff, the stuff that's going to be hard on your hands. But the truth is, some things a glove just is going to get because you have to get very tactile with it. When it comes to picking, when I pick cherry tomatoes, I often either have to take off my gloves or get some clippers to get them off because if you try to use having the cloth there, it just mixes it up. So I'm going to go ahead with this and use that in a second. But the first thing I want to do is get this guy set up. What did I do? Okay, there we are. And I will wash my hands later. I've got the soil almost, I probably should add a little more in all candor. This is just straight out from my compost machine. I have that thing filled to the top. I've got to do something with it. I don't know what. Okay, I'm going to need a bigger spot than that. I should add some water. The nice thing to add water, of course, is it makes it easier to move the soil and keeps the soil a little more stable. So here we are. That should be fine. I'm just going to drop this thing straight down there, and I'm going to start tying it. When you tie it, it's going to be a little short, but I have confidence it'll grow. But you're into gardening when twist ties become worth their weight in gold, because You have to, if you, one thing anybody who is into gardening knows, you have to have some sort of support from the plant. This is going to be problematic, but I don't have a taller. What I could do, yeah, I could, no, that's not going to work. Anyhow, I'll figure it out. But this guy, it's going to tie him to support him, to keep him from, I'm going to have to figure that out, because that is going to be a problem. So I've got, and this is just it's a regular soil from the compost, and I need to use one glove at least. Don't want to get my hands dirty. Just got my nails done the other day. Ah! Okay. Here's some old crafting gloves. I'm gonna make a video about me making my concrete stepping stones. And this, you can tell I use this for stepping stones because it's covered in cement. So I'm just gonna take some of this regular potting mix, just good old fashioned garden soil, put it on top, and then I'm gonna put some water on it. Do I have some spot up there? I think I do. There you go, and then he's gonna go up here. And then I got this guy. I need to add a little more soil there. You know what? One thing you realize when you get older is just sometimes you just gotta do stuff. Normally I'd be like, you're putting your hands in dirt. One, I have a glove on, and two, just makes it easier. Because I know I'm gonna need more than the regular. And then, once again, burrow a hole in that to put the actual, I just drop the pod right down into it. That's my thing. Add some water. Next time I make one of these videos about gardening, I'll have everything set out. I know that's the secret of all cooking shows, so bad on me, but it's just kind of spur of the moment thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do one of my cleaning out the hydropod because I wanted to talk a little bit about hydropod gardening, but didn't work out. So I'm sure the hydropod will get dirty again, and then you'll all get to have the fun of watching me clean it out. Some soil somewhere. That is a breathtaking view of the sun, isn't it? I love to go out there first thing in the morning and just watch the sun come up. Just a little bit of time of the day. I do not have a pot of it handy, but go ahead, burrow the hole again. You are looking at my little craft room. We were able to clean this out a few years ago, and I love it out here. I come out during the lockdown. I was here all the time, and I'm gonna need one of those. I see what I use for support sticks a lot. These dowels, like you see here. I do not have one I can use for that, so I'm just gonna use an old art pencil. Don't judge me. Best I can do, and sometimes the best you can do is the best you can do. Anyhow, so what I'm doing is I'm transplanting them so that I am out of twist ties. My twist ties. I'm transplanting them up there. Once I have some time up there, then I'm gonna move them either to the garden or to the front little area where we keep plants. But I can show you what I've got here. This is that basil that I'm gonna have to get something to support it. I know that. It's just gonna have to be what it has to be. This is a forget-me-not that has special meaning to me. And then here are 4 mint plants. Mint can be hard to grow. A lot of your herbs are hard to grow, but when they do grow, they grow like crazy. Basil is hard to grow from the very beginning, but it's easy to grow from the very beginning, I should say. Mint is hard to grow from the beginning, but once it does take off, it really does. So there's that, and that I think is an old sunflower plant that did not go, or is that peppers? I don't even know. But anyway, here are my pride and joy, my sunflower plants. There's some of them, and there's some more of them right here. And I've fallen in love with growing sunflowers. And then there's my other hydropod. I'm gonna, I don't know. I've had so much trouble trying to get this one to work. You can say possibly it's because of the light source out there. Possibly, I don't know. I thought maybe try it out here to see if there was some way that I could move both of my pods out here, because that space in there where I have the other hydropod, it could be put to better use. So for that reason, I would love to be able to put all mine out here. I don't know what the answer to that is, actually. But anyhow, yeah, that's been my morning so far for my birthday. So I hope you're all having a good day, and thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.